and the skies are blue. You can find me on the avenue, down at the show, saying hello, in that place that everybody...
Joining us today on the podcast is Marlissa Gardner, the founder of Emillions Art, located on 5th Avenue South.
Marlissa Gardner founded Emillions Art in 2014. She is most successful as a bridge between artist and collector, buyer and seller, and connecting art establishments with commercial buyers.
I'm looking at your website as we speak, emillionsart.com, and one thing I'd love to have you just introduce us to who you are and what Emillions is.
Sure. So about myself real quick, I graduated from Boston University in broadcasting and film and was in the film world for quite some time, experienced artwork all over the world. As I grew up, I traveled quite a bit with my family who were art collectors, loved museums and churches, and educated us pretty broadly in that respect. But when I got into the film world, the art changed so radically from when I was visiting museums with my parents. Kind of went from this classic to this edgy type feel. And so that gave me a whole new perspective on what art is about and how much it evolved throughout time. After I got out of the film industry, I took a break and was doing my own photography. And my kids grew up, went off to college, and I decided to move to my second home, Naples, and decided to make the permanent move down there. As I did that, I decided that, I really wanted to explore the art world in general, globally, as well as locally. And I grew an online platform initially. And as I evolved in my own world, what I quickly found out was just because they love it online doesn't mean they'll hang it on their wall.
Sure.
It's very interesting. So, I went through a pretty strong research process. When I opened my showroom, the mission was to keep it different, keep it edgy, keep it forward thinking. We try at Emillions Art to showcase many different artworks so that it keeps people interested. My goal is actually to show so many different styles of art.
I assume people are coming to you from all over the world. Are you getting a good balance of local and, national and international artists?
We are. We have a ton of art and artists and clients from all over the world and locally. I think for Emillions Art, it is really important to keep that global touch because it draws in interest from even the local clientele about what is out beyond the borders of Naples. But to be clear, we really love to keep in touch with the local artists because we're there to support the community. We're there to support the lifestyle. And so oftentimes when people come to Naples, they're looking for that kind of gentle seascape, relaxing type environment. However, the community is changing. It's getting younger, and we're getting more and more northerners coming south, or Westerners coming east. And with that change comes this kind of desire for that more forward-thinking, edgy type of art that's out there.
Well, I think that is a perfect encapsulation. You're saying that the edgy, kind of innovative. I equate you, Marlissa, and Emillions as kind of an innovative agency here. Just in general, your work and the pursuit of utilizing cryptocurrency for your exchanges and kind of utilizing a barter trade model essentially for, quality original pieces of art. I think that you're on the forefront of that. So to take that new risk essentially and see how this new cryptocurrency world and how that integrates with art, I'd love to discuss that more and kind of learn about your process.
You can't see me right now, but I'm smiling because this whole world that we're, heading into is so exciting. And I think people are so interested more so than ever in the art world because it's heading in this kind of very innovative and very exciting direction with crypto. I've always at Emillions tried to figure out ways to be different because I think it's part of keeping people engaged. And so the whole crypto and came to me about a year and a half ago. And I, like so many other people in my generation, tried to kind of head it off at the pass, if you will.
Sure.
I decided to research the heck out of it and figure out what it could do for Emillions, what it could do for my clients. What is it all about? And if you really think about cryptocurrency or currency of any kind anyway, you have to realize that we are already in the crypto world, even with our fiat currency.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we look at our bank accounts and all we see is a number sitting in our account. And that's all digital. I mean, we
Sure.
pay online to cable companies and phone companies, and maybe we pay our mortgages, or maybe we pay our car payments all online. And so you never really pick up the dollar. You very rarely write a check anymore. I mean, those are always available to you, but more and more things happen digitally. And so the new currencies happening around the world are actually, it makes sense because, and I'm going to use Bitcoin as kind of an example because it's what people know. But one Bitcoin in America equals one Bitcoin in Japan.
Sure.
And so you're not having to transfer your money going from your Bank of America account or your Merrill Lynch account or wherever over to Japan to buy something and go through the bank wiring fees and the transaction fees and the conversion rate. You transfer wallet to wallet and you're done. And so in the art world, it's becoming a very seamless transaction. It's an exciting way of doing things. You're avoiding all kinds of intermediaries and it's more efficient. And so I decided at Emillions, I thought, this is actually brilliant, okay? And it's necessary. And to keep ourselves ahead of the competition, we have to integrate some things that keep people engaged and make it easier for them.
Seeing these major auction houses like Christie's with the sale of the Beeple piece, that Beeple NFT for I think was over $60 million, maybe $69 million. Is that something that you're also in the discovery process for? Do you recognize any value there for Emillions?
I do. Ironically enough, I'm actually in the process of developing a plan for NFTs. We really are looking for talented artists who are wanting to, further their career both digitally and or physically. There's a lot of directions you can go with NFTs. There's everything from a one-off, meaning somebody has taken a picture and they're going to sell that digital copy and only that digital copy and never reproduce it again and sell off all their rights to it, to the artist who will allow you to buy it, but you have no rights to reproduce it. And he maintains the rights to reproduce it. Or if it gets sold again, he has the right to have royalties on it. There's just so many different ways you can go. Today I had a conversation with a client about what he wants to do with his art. He's a Disney artist and has done original sketches for Harry Potter and Beauty and the Beast and so many other different things. He's got a couple originals that he was allowed to keep, he can sell. And just the market space alone and the marketing behind those types of work would send, the NFT world for Emillions, I think off the charts. There'd be a lot of attention around it. So you want to do it right the first time.
This is almost a catapult for you in terms of providing all these different and unique ways you could structure a deal or protect or create art. So I think that you being on that cutting edge of doing this, I don't know of any other galleries who are looking at this or talking about these types of things.
Well, in all fairness, I don't either, but that doesn't mean they're not. We don't tend to share our future plans, I think, because, you want to be the first. I don't know any other galleries in Naples right now that are accepting crypto either. And perhaps you do. I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't. I don't know of any others. I think that you are on the cutting edge for that, especially on Fifth Avenue. I don't know of any other gallery that's doing something so unique. So I think that that alone is something that is a separator for you, something that will draw traffic to Emillions. I know that.
Well, I think also, the people who do venture into the Bitcoin, do venture into the crypto world, are going to trust us more because we'll have a solid foundation and a little more history in it. We're headed towards an entirely crypto world. I mean, it is not going to be long, I don't think, before fiat currency is obsolete because it's expensive to produce. You've got to use paper and ink and you got to print it. It's much easier for governments to just create the US dollar, digital dollar.
Sure.
Right?
Out of thin air.
And so why wouldn't governments all over the world and token companies all over the world change their platform to something more crypto-esque? Because it just makes sense.
Well, Marlissa, this has been a fantastic chance to talk to you, to learn about what you're doing, your innovative approach. We have this cutting edge technology that you're pursuing and integrating into your work. And we wish you this great success as a Fifth Avenue merchant. We're very excited for you, and we hope that this is something that turns into something that is really unique and just a great experience for you.
Thanks, Bruce. I really appreciate that. And Samantha, thank you. I mean, both of you really have helped Emillions. For the first show we did, Samantha was down there taking pictures on as we set up all those easels.
I've always been a fan.
Thank you. You know, I mean, really just getting the message out has been important. And you guys have played an important role in that. And I thank you for that.
Well, we're happy to do it. And I think this will be another opportunity for people to learn about what you have to offer, the great artists that you're showcasing. And then if they want to take to the next level, then you're the lady to speak to.
Yep, and we're right above Chops at 837 Fifth Avenue, and our website, emillionsart.com. So, you know, easy to get a hold of us or find us.
Well, thank you, Marlissa, for joining us today. You have been a wonderful guest. For those who are interested in learning more about Emillions Art, you can find them online and social media directly at emillionsart.com.
Remember to download, follow, and share, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or most importantly at fifthavenuesouth.com.